Good morning, generals. Welcome back to the GTRX YouTube channel. And as you can see, I'm playing with Philippines. And in this video, my main purpose is that I'm going to give a new tutorial to the new con players that how to play with Philippines. Well, as you know that when you are playing with Oceania nation or the full coastal cities nation, you should first of all go for the small islands and the small nations like Paracel Islands near in the west and the Taiwan in the north, and in the south there is Brunei and Malaysia and also Singapore. Well, it's very important to make sea defense because your coastal cities are depending on your naval force, because they can be under attack by any sea naval force of any kind of any, if it is main battle tank, like anything it can attack your coastal cities. So for a protection, you should first of all you should make corvettes, because corvettes are the main purpose or the main strategic start of the newcomer players when you are playing with uh, Oceania nation. So the corvette should be must, because corvette can easily destroy the other enemy convoy that will be penetrate to attack your homeland cities. Yes. So first of all, you should make your naval base level 2 with arm industry level 1, which will able to make you corvettes. Yes. Well, after that, when you will be able to make corvettes, then straightly go for the destroyers or the cruisers, because you also need a very strong naval force, or you can say a strong naval booster like destroyer or cruiser, because these are the only two ships that can destroy opponent's ship very easily. Frigates and corvettes cannot do that much harm like destroyers and cruisers, because these two ships are the main two fleet decks that can easily destroy other player ships. Yes. Well, for the infantry, for the main usage in the Oceania team will be naval infantry. Yes, naval infantry are very good. They are awesome for the Oceania nations or the sea nations. That I can example Vietnam, Myanmar, Philippines, Cuba, Australia, New Zealand, and also Indonesia, Thailand. Uh, Naval infantry are the best. Yes, and same with the Air Force. You should make especially naval patrol aircraft, because naval patrol aircraft are the best. They don't bring that much casualties that usually ships do when they attack to each other, but naval patrol aircraft give you a very excellent radar contact when you research it maxed. If they will give you the range of hardly uh, 150 or the 200 or 250 maximum. Yes. Well, when you will invade these small nation, then you will obviously go for a big nation. So playing as Philippines, your first enemy should be Vietnam or the Indonesia. Yes, these two nations must be your enemies. If you take Thailand, Thailand will be a not good choice. With same with Myanmar and same with Japan. Japan is a very good nation to play in Oceania nation, but eventually some of the player think before you. Yes, as Philippines. So my strategic move is right now that I will take down the Brunei and the Malaysia, so I can easily go for the Indonesia. And you can also see that my first target will be Indonesia, because Indonesia is a very big nation, and it can also improve my uh, improvements in my cities, because example likely it can improve my supplies, components, fuel, electronics and rare materials. When you're done with your enemy opponent, when he is surrendered, then you should make more advanced navy, because a nation like Australia, and especially Japan, they can make a very big naval fleet. They can make a very good naval force, because their all coastal cities are in the sea. And especially as you're playing with Japan, you have lot of components, fuel and especially electronics. Yes. So rather than playing as Philippines, you can also take Japan. But for this video, I'm taking Philippines, because Philippines come in the top 5 nation that is very hard to conquer. Yes. If you know the Meliodas, it's a new, and it's not new, it's old channel of my friend named as Meliodas. In that channel, he said that in top 5 nations, the Philippines come. Philippines are the most strongest nation to be conquered. It's very hardest nation to be conquered, because he has a very good geography. You can see that he has very small islands, which take a lot of time to do embark and disembarking, and which that it will take time. And in that time, you can prepare your army for an instant move. Yes. For the Philippines, I should suggest you that if you want to play with an Oceania nation, I should give you three examples that you should play with. First, my first result, yes, it will be Japan. Japan is a good nation to play as Oceania team, and in my second decision, it will be Australia. Obviously, it will be Australia. And in my third decision, it will be New Zealand, because New Zealand is the most protected nation, is the most you can say safest nation to in this game, because nobody knows that nobody's know that we should conquer, no, because they think so laziness that they have to cross lot of seas to take New Zealand. But eventually New Zealand is a very safest nation, like Philippines in the Oceania nation. Well, I'm playing as the Philippines, so I should research basic infantry, so I can start making infantry and go for the other nations uh, Indonesia. Well, that's for it, guys. This is an intro about the Philippines nation, how the Philippine is, and what should be your first target. Your first target should be the small islands like the. I should let me repeat it again. Your first target would be a small islands like Taiwan, Paracel Islands over here, and Malaysia and the Brunei. And same with the AI nation Cambodia. Yes, well, that's for it, guys. In the next episode, I'm going to tell you more about information when my army will be assembled. Then I'm going to tell you the one of the big mistakes that usually Philippines players do. I'm going to occur that mistake, and after that, I will going to show my suggestive move, that how should you use your suggestive move as playing as the Philippines, and what will be the next target after your first opinion. Bye bye, guys. See you next time.